Hi guys. Has anyone? No one has joined yet. Let's see if I can paste this link. Hey Nick.
Hello. Long time no talk.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
All right. We are technically live, but I haven't posted the link yet, so no one knows we're live.
Okay.
Oh, there he is. Okay. I'm trying to figure out if it'll actually be live. It will be.
Okay.
I just need to share the link.
I switched to my laptop. Is my audio and stuff still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two gingers won last weekend. Hot damn.
Yeah, good stuff.
In the summer, no less.
Representing.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Okay, I guess I have to do this from my laptop. All right, I'm about to share the link on the site, the stream link, not the comment link. So hopefully people will start watching.
Cool.
Maybe. Where's the freaking? I don't know if I'm allowed to post this to the main group because it's a live video.
Will it like show up in people's feeds?
Right. You can't like, if it's gonna stream us directly into like the Facebook feed, you can't do it, but you can give the link to the live stream.
Okay, let me try that. I think it's delayed a few minutes, but that's okay.
Okay.
A few seconds. We have one viewer. Oh, that's me on my other stream. Awesome.
Strong start.
It is. I'll just add it as a comment to my previous post. And that way it won't be like I'm spamming the group. I've already posted in the group like 4 times today.
I was playing Magic all day, and it did not go well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Magic is, did you play Constructed? Or like Standard or whatever?
Yeah, Standard. Chase won the tournament, though, so I guess I can't be too upset.
Okay, cool. I've got this up.
Oh,
all right.
Man, look at that guy in the background.
Maybe I should put this on my other screen so it's not showing up in the stream. All right, I'm gonna start drinking. So, Nick, how many people were at the only regional?
22, I want to say, I think.
How many from Wausau? Just 3?
Just 3 of us, yeah.
What's the what was the percentage of Wausau people that made the cut?
12.5, which is less than a representation in the field.
So
one of us made it out of the 3.
Yeah, just you.
Yep.
Well, I think we know who the king in Wisconsin is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Chase doesn't have a chance, even though he placed better than me this weekend, because I was missing the cut this weekend. Got 9th place on strength of schedule.
You were just preparing for the podcast,
right? Yeah, it was all tactical. Yeah.
What about you, Xavier? You were. So, do you have a local meta? You're South Jersey, right?
I'm Philly.
Philly.
Yeah. So I'm kind of in the suburbs, so there's not a lot of people around me who play. The game stores that like have game nights weekly are too far away for me to really realistically go to after work. So yeah, I don't really have a meta. Me and my friends started playing in college, so they're home for the summer, so I see them and we play together.
You're still in college, right?
Yeah, I am, but this whole past year I've been here in Philly on internship, so that's why I've been playing in this area.
What's your internship?
I'm working for Johnson & Johnson. Making drugs. Chemical engineer.
Oh, that's I know. Fan of the podcast, Kyle Vansel is also a chemical engineer.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, he used to work for the same company as my parents, Procter & Gamble, which is, I think, a big competitor.
Yes. Yeah.
Now he's Monsanto. Nick, you're a different type of engineer, not a real engineer, right?
Yeah, I'm a software engineer. So it's just like they decided to tack engineer onto the end of the name for no reason.
Isn't that what you are, Sandy?
No, I mean, sure, but I don't have any pretension about being a real engineer.
It is. It's just the word engineer tacked on the end of the fact that we deal with software.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We don't have like any sort of real schooling or rigor.
Hey, I went to a small state college.
Did you go to Madison or?
No, I went to University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point.
Yes. I remember when I was swiping on Tinder in Wausau, I kept getting results from people in Stevens Point.
Yeah, that's where the college is in the area. So it's a whopping town of like 15,000 or so. So
Xavier, when you were so in Philly, you don't play with like Roy's group or anything like that. You don't go to the local meetups.
No, I mean I don't even think Roy's like game store has local meetups. The Red Caps Corner, like they don't even have local meetups there. The one that has local meetups is in like Jenkintown, and I don't think Roy usually goes to those either, just because it's too far for him too. So,
well, that's
yeah. Like I've gone to their GNKs and stuff like on Saturdays, and same with like Red Caps Corner where Roy plays. So those are always fun. But
that's it's interesting to me because like I know Nick, you have a very close knit play group and you play a lot, not just Thrones but also other card games.
Yeah.
And so you're almost always ready to play in a tournament. You just you played like 10 games the week before probably.
Me and Sam normally get like 5 or 6 at work, and then it's not surprising to get 1 or 2 nights a week where we have more people than just me and Sam. But since me and Sam work together, we play each other pretty frequently at work.
That seems like a typical software job to me.
Yeah, I mean, we do it all. We do it on break or lunch.
Sure. But
yeah, that must be nice.
Seems like you don't have that same experience. You're just kind of
So me and my friend Jamie, who was one of the people who got me into the game, we were testing before this tournament, and he came with me. This was only his second tournament ever, and before that it was just a GNKs, and he top 4'd it actually. So we had to play each other in the top 4, which was rough, but it was nice though for us to both like just test between the two of us and then online and be able to do that. So that was cool.
Yeah, I'm curious what people like. I play against a wide variety of people, and I obviously don't do nearly as well as you two. So I'm wondering if it's actually an advantage to test against just a small number of people, but like more consistently.
I think a lot of it has to do with Sam being a much better player than I am, and so I get to constantly get beaten into the dirt, and then you pick things up when you play with people who are better than you, and so I think that's where a lot of that comes from.
But in case I haven't said it to our 3 viewers, congratulations to both of you for winning in some very tough fields. I know only doesn't really make the headlines, but it's I think there were some very high quality players there, and obviously New York.
Thank you.
I think we had like 5 people from Gen Con Top 16 last year at only, something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. Probably better than the field in New York then, probably.
The worst is when we play a GNK and it's like 2 previous world champs and 4 people who are in the Gen Con Top 16 last year, and it's like nice, nice GNK field, nice
My
Casual
worst
tournament.
my worst performance ever, like ever, was at the Wausau. I think it was a GNK.
Oh, that was a store champ the night.
Oh yeah, I went 0-4. There were like 5 card designs in the top 2, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's like what 12 people there or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good. Why don't we talk a little bit about decks? You played Xavier. You played Tyrell Wars to Come. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the best deck in the meta. I mean, it's not really that debatable. I think it's just solid, good stuff. It was a deck that I had a few answers to the mirror that I don't think people were expecting. It also was really good against Martell Wars because I was running Seized by the Guard for Dorn.
Yeah.
I ran both Valors, and I think people I usually waited a while to reset, so people thought I was running like Wama's deck that didn't have either, and then I would hit them. I played Glazer on stream for the first round, and I Doharis him like plot like 6 or 7, and he had no idea it was coming because he kept having someone always tells, and so I just had to keep waiting and waiting, and
until you
I would have lost that game otherwise without that. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, I think answering the mirror is really the key to winning with that deck because you see so much Tyrell. It's stupid.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
It also made it easy to test because you're pretty much testing against Tyrell Wars, Martell Wars, and Targ Wars. It's like 3 matches. It makes it a lot easier than if there's a ton of variety.
Seems like you were forgetting to test against an important deck in the Baratheon Wars to Come era.
Yeah, I was. It would have caught me off guard, I'm sure.
I would have been blown out by a Valor, though, so would have just lost the game right there.
What was your are you allowed to talk about your deck, Nick? Or you're
sure.
playing Barrow Wars?
Yeah. Exponential growth is good.
Yeah. I mean, until you see Breaking Ties.
Yeah. That's why you have dupes. I didn't get it my Iron Bank Breaking Ties a single time in 8 rounds. So
I think I got my Randall Breaking Ties almost every game.
Wow. I played Targ Wars or Targ Crossing, and I would get all sorts of shit Breaking Ties. Super annoying.
Yeah, that was probably the most common plot on the day. I played 5 Martell decks, and they were all running that plot, I think.
I played 1, and I don't even know if he played it in our game. He might have. Actually, I ended the game with an Iron Bank in play with $1 million, so probably not.
That card is a lot of fun.
There's a point where you just accept that it's infinite. So, like, it didn't get that high at Olney, but when I was at Kubla, there was a game where I had 34 gold going into the marshalling phase. So then I had to double it to 68. And my opponent's like, we can just call it infinite. You don't actually have to put money on that. And I was like, thanks, because that's way too many tokens. I only have 40 nickels.
Were you using actual coins? You weren't using dice or anything?
No, I use nickels. Well, actually, I have to go buy a roll of dimes now because I won a tournament, but I was using nickels at that point.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, why don't you tell us what your strategy for gold is?
Oh, so I was at a tournament and I realized I didn't have any tokens, but I had 200 pennies in my car, so I brought in a ton of pennies. And then I decided to keep playing with pennies, and I'm going to upgrade whenever I win. So I won Thrones War, so I got to go to nickels. Now I won this regional, so I get to go to dimes. And then it'll be quarters, half dollars, dollars, and then I'll go north of the border to Canada and find some toonies. And then I haven't planned out any farther than that.
That's awesome.
At that point, you can retire from Thrones.
Just, we were joking about it, and only I'll have to start bringing paper money, and I'll have $20 bills, and my Iron Bank will trigger for 30, and I'll have to take $600 out and hold it down.
I think you can get gold coins that are worth $20 from the bank. So you might. I mean, there's definitely a progression path. It's just not clear.
Right. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in the wild. So
I used to have them. My parents used to buy gold coins for, I don't know, no reason. No one is joining the stream. That's surprising. Should I be watching? Oh, SJ Thrones. That's my co-host. I think I drunkenly promised him that he could co-host this podcast.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah. I'll paste the link, I guess. Yeah. So I want to. Okay, let's move on to the meat of this podcast, which is how was the after party, and what did you guys think of the experience aside from actually playing the game?
So in Olney, they have Bbot. Steven Simoni and Jesse Carpenter's company makes that, and Bbot's cool because all your friends who are out of town can just order rounds of shots and place them at your table. And then the only problem with that is then you wake up on the hood of your car at 3 a.m. and you left your credit card at the bar, and and
who did that happen
You don't remember what happened? Me.
Oh, I thought it was just Jesse that had too much to drink.
Oh no, yeah, I don't know. I don't really remember what happened, but I was woken up on the hood of my car. So,
I definitely bought at least 2 rounds. I think only 2 rounds. I know John Peters and maybe Bratz also bought rounds.
Yeah, I know Bratz sent us at least 1 round of PBRs, and then we were doing a lot of rock paper scissors for shots, like for rounds of shots. So that was fun. Colt Humbert claimed he would not lose to me, but then I beat him. He was devastated.
We have some guests that may not want to show their video, I guess. I don't know. Do I unblock? Do I have to unblock? Anyway, Xavier, why don't you talk about your first experience? This was your first experience at dance, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is my biggest tournament that I've gone to. I've only been to GNKs and Store Champs besides this, so it was a really cool experience. The raffle was really cool. Roy had a bunch of prizes from a bunch of different tournaments, like both official alt arts and unofficial stuff, and so that was awesome. And then afterwards, we went to a bar across the street. I was the only person at the tournament who was not 21. Luckily, I got into the bar before they started checking IDs. Like right after we went in, they started checking, and then they didn't serve me though. Like they checked IDs when they served, but we all got dinner, and it was a nice time.
Did you go to the Rattle and Hum, the beer place,
yeah.
Or did you go to the okay, so yeah, that's the, I think, traditional finals of dance is always played there.
Well, we were almost got kicked out of the game store and had to move there to play the finals, but we finished just in time. The owner was coming down and giving Roy a hard time, so it was a good thing that we didn't take a break for lunch or anything. We just went straight through, and that was probably good we did that, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to finish.
We are trying to find, I think, a different location for Red Saturday so that scenario doesn't happen.
Really? Yeah.
We have some people that joined. I hope they joined to ask questions. So, Andrew, are you there? No, he doesn't want to talk. Lamazek, I'm unmuting you if you want to talk. As my co-host, don't you have to ask questions?
Dude, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on stream, bro.
Oh my god, I don't know how to use Google Hangouts, dude. I thought I was trying to come on to work, dude. I didn't mean to like. I don't really have a question. I just grats the. Yeah, I really thought I didn't think Google Hangouts was gonna be voice. I thought I was gonna be chatting.
You guys can listen by just going on YouTube. You don't need to like join the thing.
Oh, I'm here now. I just want to say grats to both of you. Also, I wasn't there to see Knicks win, but I watched Xavier play all day, and he played extremely well.
He told me he drew out the "Someone Always Tells" so that he could do Harris Glazer, and that just makes me, to quote Jesse, that just fills my heart with joy.
I was there when both those plots were flipped. Glazer was absolutely trying to close right there.
Yeah.
and he saw Doharis hit, and he looked right at Xavier and said, "That's good, good timing." It was pretty brutal. I mean, the Glazer's board was pretty nuts at that point.
Yeah, Glazer had the better board for sure. He would have won that turn. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was
Hey.
wild.
Unrelated question, Xavier, is your roommate cooking on an Instant Pot?
Oh my God, he actually is. Yes, he loves that Instant Pot.
I do too. I'm a huge Instant Pot fan.
That's awesome.
I thought I recognized it.
The guy somehow saw your Instapot from that far away and commented on it. He has an Instapot too. He really likes it.
Everyone could see that.
But Mike, since you're here, so after the bar, I had to take a train back to Philly, so I didn't go to karaoke. Did you go to karaoke? Did you guys end up doing that?
Oh, hold on. I figured might as well just come on now. No, I did not do karaoke.
Okay.
South Jersey is probably known for very little things, our group, and karaoke is definitely not one of them.
Gotcha.
Although we did karaoke at Gen Con, which was awesome. But no, we didn't do that. I had my camera gear with me, and I just really didn't want to carry that like cross town. So,
gotcha.
I'm disappointed. Disappointed.
But I swear to God, I will be doing karaoke for it Saturday. I promise you that, Sandy.
That's awesome. The venue, one of the dimensions that we're judging the venue on is how close it is to karaoke places.
Great. Very good.
So speaking of Gen Con, though, who's excited for Gen Con? Xavier, are you going to make it to Gen Con?
I don't think I'm going to make it, unfortunately. It's my last week of work for this internship, so...
So you just really peace out a couple days early.
I can't really bail on it, but yeah.
Well, you could take the bus like Friday night and make it.
Oh yeah, Thrones? Oh yeah, so Thrones is on Friday night and Saturday, or Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Is the joust starts on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could take a day off, one day off. That Friday, your last Friday at work, you don't think they'll just let you be like?
I mean, they might, but it's probably too late now.
It's definitely not.
Isn't that like 6 weeks away? Oh no, it's like 4 or 5, I guess.
Take it from those of us that are employed by big corporations. Like, no one is going to care.
We'll see. No promises. I'm definitely gonna try to make it to Red Saturday though, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I am too. Nick, are you going to Stalik? Did you guys all?
We all were not paying any attention when tickets went on sale. So I was asleep on the hood of my car when tickets went on sale. And none of the other Wausau people were awake and paying attention. So currently, none of us have tickets.
I fucked up, but I fucked up in a fixable way, which is I knew the tickets were going on sale. I set my alarm for 4 a.m., not realizing I would be in Vegas that weekend, and it was actually 1 a.m. Vegas time. So
Nice.
I did book I was on the wait list pretty early because I was only like a couple of hours late. And I did get a ticket. So
I'm hoping that in the next week or so we'll all get the notification that a bunch of people forgot to do their 2-week confirmation.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I need to go ahead and pay.
So like we're I'm hoping for that, but it's not too strong of a hope. I have to find new ways to burn those vacation days.
I'm going to post this on the Thrones group because we have like 4 viewers. I feel like there's probably more people that were excited about this, like Jesse. Where the fuck is Jesse?
How many tickets to Stalik are there?
350, I think.
Okay.
I have no idea. As evidenced by not paying attention when tickets went on sale, I wasn't paying much attention.
All right, I'm posting this in the main group. Hopefully people don't. And then the actual chat link for people to join us on stream is in the YouTube comments, if they can figure that out. So there's Wausau invading Europe is not happening right now. That's unfortunate.
As of right now, it doesn't look like it. Yep.
You and your Swedish brothers will not be united.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty bummed, but it is what it is. It's at the end of the day, it's our own fault, so can't really
It
complain.
is. Xavier, you're going to Thronstoberfest since it's in your city.
So yeah, I'll be back at school by then.
Oh,
I actually would like to go. So
where's your school?
I go to University of Pittsburgh. So it's
Okay.
it's like a 5-hour drive. I can probably make it happen.
You could probably grab a ride from anyone coming from the West.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping me and my other two friends who got me into it, we can all go together. Jamie, who went to dance, and then our other friend Michael, who's is still in Pittsburgh for the summer. So he's yet to go to a tournament, and we got to get him there. So
Oh yeah, that's a perfect. Like, it's always great to have people that you know for these draft style tournaments, because
yeah,
no one values them, and so you get them for $1.
right,
And they end up like doing super well.
Yeah, and also like the whole draft idea sounds super cool, and the war format in general, like
It is.
being on a team and being able to test together and like fight for your house. That's awesome. So
Nick is a veteran of the war format.
yeah. So I've heard.
I still think my best explanation of the war format, or my best, I use this story a lot, but like, Stark was dead last at Thrones War, but King of Swiss was a Stark player.
Yeah.
Which tells you something about Sam Bratz.
Yeah, Sam's a good player.
I watched that game on stream when he made the top 32 and lost to Ryan Jones, I think was. Yeah. I was sad. I was rooting for him.
I mean, if you got to lose to somebody, it's Ryan.
Yeah, I guess.
So in my first 3 rounds of Swiss, I played the Targ King, followed by Schoenthal.
It's Ibri. Like, it's Ibri.
Yes.
It's Targ King.
Well, I mean, I played Ibri and I played Jones in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
Right. It was like a lineup of very good players, all one after the other. It was kind of rough, but I went from 1-2 to 5-2, so it worked out.
Where's McKenna will pick you up apparently. All right.
And then
I guess James can't co-host.
James who?
Or sorry, not James. Mike can't co-host.
Mike.
Oh. I was like, did Booker join? And like, I didn't notice. Or what?
Okay.
Why is nobody joining? No one wants to be on stream. It's unfortunate.
I don't know. Maybe it's a level of interaction that people don't want. Like,
that's fair.
Which with Twitch chat you can just,
just troll.
Right. But this would be a different level of interaction.
I got to put you on the spot. This is like this is high pressure.
Right.
Get your Wausau folks to join.
Maybe.
What's Kid doing?
I don't know.
They can join from their phone. Like, I don't care. At the bar, at the Domino.
I don't know what everyone's doing.
Sunday on a holiday weekend. Yeah, that's right. What else are people doing? What could possibly be going on?
I almost didn't come to help my brother finish moving in, but welcome. Yeah, he just bought a house, so.
Oh, awesome.
It was like 99 degrees in Wausau this summer, like this weekend, and that's not temperatures that we're used to dealing with, Give it like a nice, negative 42, like we're fine with that. Like 100 and something, that's not our wheelhouse.
I'm surprised that it got that hot there. Like, I was, I don't know. That's super hot.
Yep.
Aren't you guys usually frozen? The frozen north?
Yeah. So like in the middle of April, we got like 30-something inches of snow. It was obscene.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I'm from Buffalo, New York. Like my senior year of high school, we got 6 feet the week before Thanksgiving. The National Guard came and dug our street out.
Nice.
That was an experience.
That's a pretty obscene amount of snow.
Yeah, Lake Erie really fucked us over.
I was in DC this weekend, and it was like 100 degrees. It was just stupid. And there was, of course, a protest that I was in, and we were marching. And I'm like, I can do this for like 20 minutes, and then I'm done. Like, I'm gonna die. It was incredibly annoying.
Shows your dedication.
Yeah. I do like my protests, I guess. Maybe.
I have never attended any social movement.
I'm not surprised. I feel like you almost hate social movements on principle.
No, I'm just incredibly, I think apathetic is the word. I don't know. Indifference. That might be the right word.
So I think, so you did not, Xavier, you did not stay for karaoke. You did not do the full Thrones after party.
That's correct.
I should have recruited I should have gotten a co-host or a guest who had seen the full New York after party so we could compare it to the only experience.
Well, I was hoping Mike would.
Yeah, but he also left. So I think that Jesse and I are the two poles of Thrones entertainment. And although I wasn't there, there's Chase.
Oh, Chase.
Speaking of people who can't drink.
Yeah, he beat me in the Magic tournament today. What a bully.
Chase, what's wrong with your video? And your audio. Okay.
Chase, we can't hear anything you're saying if you're trying to say stuff. Oh, now he
okay, whatever. But I do think that Jesse and I, despite my non-involvement in the New York tournament this time, I think the legacy of New York being a party tournament has to contend with the newcomer of Olney, Illinois, the White Squirrel Classic. It's like the real competition in Thrones. It's not East
it's not
Coast
about winning
West
tournaments.
Coast. No.
Right.
We all know Wausau's going to win tournaments.
We do well. We didn't win this weekend, though, so that's rough.
Yeah, what tournaments happened this weekend? Did you guys get any?
Yeah, we went to a regional in Michigan. And then drove back in the same day. So we were up at 4 a.m. and we got back to Wausau a little after 5:30. It was quite the day.
Xavier, did you do anything?
No, I didn't. I'm not anything Thrones related anyway. But I saw there was a bunch of tournaments.
Didn't 3 Stark decks win tournaments this weekend?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
And one Tyrell.
And one Night's Watch.
Where did Night's Watch win?
It was a Night's Watch Reigns deck. I don't know where it was. I can check Joust and Pavilion.
Chase, what are you doing? He doesn't want to be seen on stream, I guess.
I don't know. He's got his mic muted, so.
And he's got his video off.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I'm not going to call him out.
Didn't you just call him out? Oh, there he is.
Say something. Unmute yourself and say something. No? There we go. Halfway there.
It's a French tournament.
We can't hear you at all, Chase.
Are you joining this podcast while in bed? Because that's
it's 7 p.m., Chase.
He's got no audio. How is this?
I'm gonna make his screen. Oh, his screen is his blank. Never mind. Okay, he's switching to his laptop, I guess. Whatever. Ryan, if you're gonna troll chat, come join the stream. join on your phone, Ryan. You want to call us out? Anyway, we were talking about something else. Other tournaments that happened this weekend. So Stark is winning, which is I think interesting because I think it shows like the level that the meta has evolved. Like it's like, oh, Stark might be able to beat Martell sometimes. It might be able to beat Tyrell if they don't play correctly. So maybe good players are looking for something to beat those the triad of decks for for Gen Con. What do you guys think? You think there'll be a resurgence of Stark decks for Gen Con?
I think it's hard for Martell Wars to come to beat the Stark decks because all they have to do is use Winterfell and Catelyn, and then they can't trigger Doran's game, and then they realize they don't have an actual win condition.
Yeah. I mean, those are both really solid answers. I mean, the Martell Wars to come deck is very strong. Maybe if they start packing answers like Milk and Seized by the Guard or something, they might be able to control it. But I guess that deck has pretty tight slots.
And there's also Bran, too. So, like, Bran can cancel.
Yeah.
Like, well, depending on which Bran they're playing, you know. Granted, I think more decks are playing the fun Bran than the lame Bran, but...
So event cancel Bran is one of my annoyances in Targ too. So like it's versatile.
Yeah. I think hey Chase.
It wouldn't work on my phone. The audio didn't work.
Are you a vampire? Like is that your coffin that you're in?
No. I was gonna go to sleep, but I decided to join this call instead because I thought it would be fun.
It's not.
Nah.
Hey, Nick, just to clarify, you're not in some weird time zone where it's actually like midnight, right?
No, it's 7:15 p.m.
Hey, we got back at 5 a.m. last night. I had to wake up at like noon to
So
go
you
play
only got 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah, and then I had to play Magic all day. Plus, the 2 days before that, the day before that, I only got 2 hours of sleep because I didn't go to sleep before the Michigan regional. So I'm pretty behind on my sleep hours.
Well, if you slept less than 14 hours a day, you would probably feel better now.
Yeah, probably. So what are we talking about today?
Why do you think Stark is going to win Gen Con?
What if I don't think it's going to win Gen Con?
Why do you think it's not going to win Gen Con? Good answer. So I think Winterfell. I think actually we're seeing a lot of forecast that are meaningful.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm gonna mute him. There. I'll unmute you when we have a question for you. But I think like it's interesting to me the way the meta revolves around Dorne, Winterfell, and what is the Tyrell one that's super annoying?
Hightower. Yeah.
So like, is it going to be a Gen Con of location control? I mean, I know Xavier, you said one of your ways to beat the mirror was just to run Seized by the Guard. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite cards right now because I think there are a lot of 4-cost locations, like you were saying, that are super powerful. And you can put it on 3-cost locations, 2-cost locations. I played Chris Vack, and he's playing HRD Starfall, and I bestowed 5 gold on it, or 4 gold, or whatever the max is. And he was very sad. But
nice HRD. I always love when I'm playing a Stark deck and I can just Frozen Solid their HRD location turn 1. It's like nice agenda. Really did a lot for you.
I wish it was better, but
right.
Any thoughts now that you've heard the arguments?
About what again? The 4 call. I was like linking John Peters. I was linking John Peters or something about 4-cost locations and Seized by the Guards. Like that.
Is this the best Wausau has to offer these days, Nick?
It definitely.
I honestly already forgot. I'm kind of tired.
Just go retreat into your coffin.
No. Just move on to the next question. I'll remember it this next time.
Okay. I'm going to eject Chase, I think, or you can leave. You're killing my views.
Did we go from
Brian Jones cannot like my stream because of you. I think there's a problem there.
Did you go from 5 views to 4?
I went from 11 to 8.
Wow.
Thanks, Chase.
That is what they call the Chase effect right there.
Here, this next one, I'll give a good answer. Just move on. It's next one, yeah.
All right, what's the best non, like, we've talked about Stark. Is there a Night's Watch deck that people are worried about? Chase, you've played Night's Watch a lot. Night's Watch won a tournament yesterday. Night's Watch reigns.
Yeah, it was a French tournament.
I took top 4 at that regional that AJ won playing Builders. So I think that Builders is a fine deck right now, and it seemed to do really well. It was pretty good matchup against the Crossing decks and the Wars to Come decks that don't play Political Disaster, and they seem to be a pretty good matchup because I beat a Tyro Wars to Come that didn't have Political Disaster, and then I actually barely lost on time in the semifinals to Tyro Wars to Come deck that had Political Disaster, but I actually barely ended up losing on time. So I think Builders is a real deck right now.
Even with all the breaking ties?
Yeah.
I mean, 2 of my opponents had breaking ties, and it never got played on me because they had to they couldn't because bouncing the wall for a turn isn't that big of a deal. Plus, I was playing a Crow as a Trixie Bird, so I think I got to pick my opponent's plot twice. So it was pretty disruptive to basically put them off a turn by playing a plot that really didn't do anything. And then they would try to have to play a plot like a confiscation to get the milk off their mace. So it was really hard for them to fit in the breaking ties, I guess. But I would say that card's a problem. But I think that Builders can still play around it because, I mean, it's one turn. You get to replay the walls. So
that's a fair point.
So, Chase, can you give me your opinion on timed cut rounds?
They are terrible, and I wish they didn't exist. All cut rounds should be untimed, like in Magic the Gathering.
What kind of, I mean, maybe place decks that take less than 3 hours to win. It's just a suggestion.
He doesn't like that argument. He said that, if the designers of the game want that to happen, they shouldn't print those cards.
No, I mean, the designers of the game also have timed wins as a thing and timed losses as a thing. So that's the inherent downside to having those kind of cards.
Well, in Magic the Gathering, there's literally a popular standard deck right now called Blue-White, no win cons. And as it says, it plays no win cons to milling your opponent. So if somebody actually played that out, it would take a while. But in Magic, if you make the cut, even though you're playing a deck like that, there's no there's no timed rounds, so you can't lose on rounds in the cut because your opponent had more life than you or whatever. So,
and maybe that deck should be able to lose because of that, because that deck sounds fucking retarded.
That sounds awful.
Right. I mean, it's not like it's you just if you're smart, you just concede when you know you're dead and you move on with your life.
If they're going to play that deck, I will play out every turn and I will think about every action on every turn because they deserve to sit there for 2.5 hours and suffer.
I mean, that's a fair opinion to have, but in Magic, you could waste the 3 hours or whatever you want while you're there in your untimed cut round. So I don't know. I'm just salty because 2 of my losses in cuts have been on time. So only one of them I felt like I would have won without it being timed. So just made me salty, and I ranted to Nick yesterday on our long car ride home about it.
I'm going to respond in chat, but I think that's a garbage opinion.
When do you ever agree with any of my opinions?
When do you ever have a good one?
Yeah, I agree with you when you're right. All right. Let's see. I would love to have some opinion in terms of what I've taken away from this chat is that everyone here thinks that location control is the key to victory. Yeah, Lamazek, you're here.
One of the keys. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I mean, you may need a win condition as well. But Chase, you said you lost to Political Disaster. I think.
Actually, Well, I actually didn't lose to Political Disaster. I made him play it on turn 3, so it didn't really do anything. And then I lost just because I didn't have enough time to get ahead on power. I think I lost 11-8 because he had a 6-power mace that I had milked, and that if I had a milk for the next turn, if he would have been able to do something with it. So I actually Political Disaster was a problem because I just Trixie Birded him and made him play it. So. That's the best addition to builders, because you can do things like that now where you can make people play their answers early on, so then you don't have to worry about them.
So okay, that seems like builders is such a niche deck. I don't see it that often outside of really just Chase in the US. And actually I don't think anyone still plays it in the UK either. Zwama moved on to Tyrell. What is that?
I'm the last builder, I guess.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
I actually almost didn't even play builders.
Can we talk about real Night's Watch decks though?
Yeah.
So you guys, do you think there is a Night's Watch, Reigns, Crossing, whatever that is poised to take down Gen Con that we just don't know about?
So, Sandy, I don't know if you look at any spoilers, but there's a new wall coming out.
Yeah.
And, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you set one of those up, and you set up a Queen's Crown, and you mill a 7-cost character, you get to just take it turn 1, no questions asked. And
that card is awesome.
That's a pretty powerful interaction, if you ask me.
So what you're telling me is I should run something to get rid of locations.
Maybe, or you just need to run Isle of Ravens and pitch your good locations back to your, or good characters back to your own deck. Because I'm going to be doing the same to your bad characters so that you can't give them to me.
Oh, right. It's opponent's choice.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. So Night's Watch is a threat. Stark is a threat. Do we think Targ is a threat? Or do we think that Targ is basically relegated to always being top 4 and never winning?
I think that the best Targ deck is not Wars to Come.
I think Tyrell beats Targ usually. At least it beats Wars to Come. Targ.
What do you think the best Targ deck is, Nick?
I think it is Crossing.
HRD Skaz.
No, that's a garbage deck.
I'm not going to say that. Gazadan is a great card, but I think that Wars to Come is too slow, and just dies to Tyrell Wars to Come because they just keep their mace safe and win the game, and it dies to the Martel Wars because they just get Intrigue Challenge for 700 on turn 7, and then they get Doran's gamed.
Yep.
Turn 7 if they don't see Ricasso.
Yeah, right. And
so I agree with that opinion, and I've been experimenting with Targ Crossing, and like I'm a garbage deck builder, and I can't and I still manage to win games with it. It's interesting. It's hard to deal with.
The Dothraki or the Burn Crossing?
Dothraki.
Yeah.
Dothraki is good.
The new Dothraki army is very strong.
Yeah.
Having more claim is good.
Aegon is cool with him.
Yeah, Aegon is very, very cool with him.
You Aegon him into play, you do the 2-claim challenge, and then you do an intrigue challenge with Dario, and you stand them and you do another 2-claim challenge. It's pretty great.
I mean, or you could just use one of the other 400 stand effects that you have and not have to spend 7 gold on a Dario.
Dario's got renown.
I agree.
Faster.
He costs 7.
He's in play for free.
Yeah.
No, the army is what comes into play for free.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I only have so many put into play for free effects.
Correct. I think so. I played a Targ Crossing deck this weekend, and I did not play Dario in my deck. Ryan Leonard didn't agree with my choice, but
I run one.
I think because of Aegon.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just like there was never a game where I wanted that. Like, I didn't have a single game this weekend where I wanted a Dario instead of any of my other targets.
So I think the key there is actually his intrigue icon. There are times when you want an intrigue icon into play for that.
Well, sure, but like, shouldn't you just be putting a Kotho into play then, or an Ago? Because Ago can stand himself.
You can't fetch either of those with Aegon.
Right, but you can with Blood of My Blood.
Well, I mean, it's just redundancy.
Sure.
Like, at any point, any of my fetch cards should be able to fetch any icon of my choice.
Right.
That's the rule.
I can get that. I can get behind that logic.
But yeah. So Targ obviously, I guess, may have a deck that's good. What house does not have it? I mean, I would say Barra, but it looks like Nick, you think that Barra has a shot.
Not if people are smart. No.
Are you saying everyone that you've played that you've beaten with that Barra deck is dumb?
No, I think that if people play around that deck existing, then they don't lose to it. I think that a lot of the reason why it won is because no one expected to see it, and it plays differently from, it's not as standard. It's not as simple as just win dom, win game, and so people weren't ready for that.
What factions have we not talked about?
Lannister.
Oh, right. So is there a deck other than Lanny Crossing that's any good?
Ryan Leonard will hate me for saying it, but no. Ryan Leonard has a deck that revolves around King Joffrey that he likes a lot. But
I thought you were going to say Klansman, and I was going to be like, look.
No, that's Leonard who likes Klansman. Or not Leonard, Bohan.
That crossing is ridiculous, though.
I absolutely
tired of it.
despise that card.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even care about the deck at all. I only care about
Heads on Spikes.
Yeah, Heads on Spikes. The card is awful.
It's such a glass cannon, though. I don't know why people keep playing that deck.
Because
It's
when
fast,
it's consistent when you hit your Heads on Spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you Heads on Spike someone 3 times in the first 2 turns and you hit them all, you just auto win the game. And it takes absolutely no player skill to do that.
Right. But you're not going to do that every time. So
Right.
that's why it never wins, usually the actual tournament.
And that's why I hate it, is because you lose Swiss rounds to it because someone just plucked the nuts out of your hand. And I mean, I suppose it did win Kubla, so.
I got hit with spikes in a Lanny Crossing game at a dance. Yeah, 2 spikes hit me, and then Tyrion's Chain. It was brutal.
Also, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I'm just a salt mine about
Random effects.
Well, just that effect in general right now. Because I lost to it at Kubla.
Has Greyjoy won a tournament in the last 3 months?
I don't think a big one.
Yeah. The Greyjoy Rose was top 2 or something, right?
At Siege, right? That was. You played that deck, right, Sandy?
I played against it.
Yeah.
It was the fucking worst. No, Todd's a great guy, but the deck is like a negative play experience.
The Marauders are so good. There might be a deck that someone hasn't built yet, but I mean, I've been hit with the Marauders on the Iron Throne, and it's really screwed me up. But
to clarify, you're talking about the Shadows card,
the discard.
Yeah.
That card's pretty obnoxious.
It just doesn't really fit with the other stuff Greyjoy does, so I don't really understand.
I think it's a really good banner card. I mean, when you pair it with stuff like Seen in Flames.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just in the main house Greyjoy. I don't know if it's an actual.
Are there banner decks that are any good? It feels like Breaking Ties really put a lot of that down. Because obviously all of your banner cards are non-loyal.
Yeah.
So how much do you really rely on them?
Yeah, I've been kind of staying mono faction.
I'm a big fan of Baratheon with the Banner of the Watch, like the deck I played at Jesse's Name Day tournament. That's what I almost played at the regional yesterday. I think that deck would be pretty good.
Barra Watch?
Yeah, did you make the cut? Do you make the cut at Jesse's with that?
Yeah, I top 16 with that and lost a close game to Tom McKenzie. But I think that deck would be pretty good to play. That's probably what I'll play at the Wassa Regional because I want to play it some more. And I think having the power from Dom, the power from winning unopposed challenges when you play as Solis, and the power from the wall it could make for some really swingy turns. And like I played against Ryan Leonard, and he was pretty far ahead, and he just political disastered me. But I Solis and knelt the board and gained 7 power in 1 turn and won against him in that turn. So I think it can be pretty swingy like that.
Yeah,
That seems fair.
Yeah, I'd throw up everywhere if that happened to me.
I'm
Just straight up all over the table.
I'm going to a tournament this weekend in Knoxville with apparently like the Thompsons are going and Fred Bird and like Jesse. I was hoping to just like sneak one in, but so what deck should I play to beat those guys? I mean, I don't care about winning the tournament, to be clear.
HRD scaz.
I just want to beat those guys.
HRD scaz.
That depends on what they're playing.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Jesse and Thompson's? So Chris will play Martell Wars probably. Fred will play Night's Watch Wars. Jesse, I don't know what
Fred might play Night's Watch Wolf.
Wolf. Maybe Night's Watch Wolf. Yes, not Wars. Yeah. So what beats those two? Targ?
Targ beats the Night's Watch Wolf, maybe. Doesn't. I don't know if it beats Martell.
Doesn't beat Martell.
Doesn't feel great for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that's the answer. I mean, Tyrell Wars, I feel beats Martell Wars, but I don't know. The attrition is hard against the Tyrell deck. It's one of the
exactly. Do I play Builders?
Yeah.
No. Against that field, I would actually play the Barrow Wall deck because you have Maester Crescents and stuff for the frozen solids.
Oh.
But then you're weaker against the Martell Wars to come because the intrigue challenges will be a little harder for you to win, but definitely not impossible. So I would probably, I would play Builders if you think there's going to be more of the Martell Wars to come, which there probably would be, because I think Builders would be pretty good against it with being able to pump all of their characters in an intrigue challenge. But Barrow Wall might be a good choice too against like the Tyrell. Maybe not Tyrell, but like maybe like Targaryen or like a Night's Watch, like Stark deck or something like that. But Builders is probably be all around better, probably.
So is anyone else shocked that Chase is recommending Builders?
Not at all.
Because I am. Chris claims, CT claims he's not playing Martell. I don't know that I believe that. I'm trying to think of the last time I've seen CT not play Martell, and I think it was at the Melee final table.
It was at Jesse's tournament. He had to play Stark.
Oh, well. I've blocked that whole tournament from my memory. Due to the alcohol, in case it wasn't clear. So, okay. You can say that in you don't have to say it in chat. You can say it in the stream, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot that you guys are looking at the stream. But
you got to go help her beat Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, we just bought a Switch and we bought Crash Bandicoot, and she's struggling right now.
I think this is. I think this is. There's some statement about sexism here that I can't quite come up with.
No,
why is it the man's job to win video games?
No, she's better than me. She's better than. No, I'm so bad at video games. It's ridiculous. You ever see me play Thrones? I'm even worse at video games. Oh my god. Absolutely. That's why I didn't get in your WoW guild, because I'm just trash.
I did it, Mike. I did it.
So, yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks for the lack of help in deciding what deck to take.
Well, why
Andrew
don't you play
Bear
Builders?
Andrew Kim says I should play Martell Kraken.
I think that is wrong.
I think it's cool.
Listen, you play Bear Faith Militant with Brothers Robes. You just blank those Frozos. You don't have to worry about it. There you go.
Why Bear and not Stark Faith Militant?
Yeah, like Stark Faith Militant's a good deck.
I don't know. I like Bastard of God's Grace. Or
well,
no.
One card definitely makes sense.
Are you talking about
Night Song.
Yeah.
But I guess Stark too. Yeah, just whatever deck you take, just put Brothers Robes in it for God's sakes. I'm telling you. Yes, sir.
I find the key
You
to
could
that
play.
deck is not to run 3x 7-pointed star as your econ, because then when your characters get knelt, you just get fucked.
Well, yeah, totally.
Nick
Absolutely.
Hansen.
Man, Sandy, who
Piece
taught
of
you that
shit.
lesson?
I had like 2 gold the whole game. It was fucking annoying.
Huh.
You could play Greyjoy Banner of the Dragon. Yeah, you've played that deck before, and according to Jousting Pavilion, it won a regional in Germany 8 hours ago. So
Which one was that? Greyjoy Dragon?
So
yeah,
Aegon is
Interesting.
not loyal.
Yeah,
which
no,
means
it's
you can
crazy.
just fetch whatever fucking army you want.
Yeah.
Correct.
He's really
Isn't
good with the King Drops host.
Oh well, aren't the guys that remove cards from your discard pile or hand or whatever, aren't they also armies?
Yeah, but
Are
I
they
think
not?
he has to come out of shadows.
Yeah, they don't. You
Yeah,
can still
that-
get them, but yeah.
It's not when they enter play. It's when
it's
they
straight
come out
when
of
they
shadows.
come out of shadows.
That's unfortunate. No new secret tech here on this podcast, guys. There's not a combo there. Well, I'm bored. Who else has any topics? No one else wants to join this fucking stream. What a
There's,
bunch of noobs.
There's Martell Dragon. Martell Dragon has a bunch of armies you can bring out with Aegon. I think there was one of those at Dance. Get Starfall Cavalry, draw a bunch of cards.
Hey, he was playing some Blood Riders in there too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I tried building. I've been like really big on Blood Riders lately, and I played. Yes, I played HRD Scaz at Dance, and I didn't make the cut, so that's why I'm here. I had a buy, and I went 2 and 3, so it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. But yeah, the thing is, like with the Blood Riders, I tried doing like a Martell Dragon with the Blood Riders, but like Jago is so good for the Blood Rider theme that I kind of just gave up on like bannering like that stuff.
Are any of the Power Icon Blood Riders? All the Power Icon Blood Riders are loyal, right?
No, and Recaro is non-loyal.
Recaro's not loyal.
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just Jago and Drogo. He's not a Blood Rider, but I mean he's obviously great with Blood Riders. But it's just Jago who's loyal.
Is there a Stark Dragon deck?
Didn't one just win regionals yesterday?
Oh, did it? I don't know.
I actually
Really?
think Jesse was in the final against it.
Where is Jesse?
Actually, you know who won it, Sandy? It was that kid that you were getting a little bit with on Facebook a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
Yeah, Nick Peace. I'm on Jousting Pavilion. Your friend Sandy, Nick Peace, defeated Sandy in the finals with Stark Banner of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Defeated me in the finals?
No, Jesse.
No, just defeated Jesse in the finals.
Huh.
Dark Dragon, I guess, is a thing. I don't know. That's weird. Okay. That's interesting.
King Rob's Host is a good card.
Dude, that card
Mhm.
that card single-handedly beat me in Spain.
Yep.
It was stupid. He just played a bunch of war plots and took like 12 power from me.
Mhm.
I don't understand
Yeah,
how that's fair.
He's pretty good with Aegon. So
So
Yeah.
along those lines, do I just want to build a deck around like Gren? Because he does the same thing.
it's like that's
I
the
mean-
Night's Watch Reigns, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's what the Night's Raw Trains deck is.
Yeah.
So you just win
Yeah.
challenges with Gren and Jon Snow, and you put all the power on your Jon Snow, and you win the game.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, though, you should probably play Blood Riders, though, because you have more practice with it, right?
I mean, practice is overrated. Yeah, I mean, probably. But I can play like 10 games online and get up to speed with the deck. I usually only lose like my first round or two with a brand new deck, and then I kind of figure it out. So I don't know. Maybe I should just. I gotta make my deck choice today though. I have to play some cards this week. 4th of July, playing some cards.
Yeah. Speaking of
Blood
speaking of regionals, you're going to, Jesse. Are we going to see you in Wausau in 2 weeks?
My name is Sandy.
Oh
For the
yeah.
record.
Sandy.
What's in 2 weeks?
Wausau has a regional.
Oh, I think I'm going to a Radiohead concert. Actually,
Pretty good though.
like unfortunately.
Darn. Thought you were going to come try to defend your 04, try to get a win.
I'm gonna come to some GNK and win it. Like, just fuck you guys.
I'm the only person who gets to win a GNK in Wausau.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to fix that. I will say Wausau was a great experience. I think both Wausau and Olney are like amazing towns that I would never have visited except for Thrones.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have visited anything outside of Wausau if it weren't for Thrones, so.
I do think that you're a well-traveled member of the Thrones community now.
Yeah.
You've been to many states.
I don't have anything better to do with my money, so I just play Thrones.
Hell yeah. At least when you go, you win, dude. I travel all that way and I just like scrub out.
I've justified it to myself. Like, people would be pretty upset with me if I just showed up at tournaments and won.
Imagine that, dude. You just traveling the world just sweeping. Like, great, Sandy's here again. Son of a bitch.
But now it's just like, whatever. I'll show up. I go 4-2. Like, whatever. It's fine.
Pretty good.
I don't win. Local guy wins. It's fine.
You beat me at Worlds, so you got that on me.
Yeah. That my first loss to you was at Kudlow, wasn't it? Or was that my second loss?
No, I think that was only the second time we played.
It was the third time we played.
Yeah, you're counting the trial of 3.
Yeah, I'm counting you not being able to do math and losing that game.
I also savagely cheated against you by using 2 house card Neil effects in the same turn, so.
And you still lost.
Yep.
Sandy, how many times have I beat you?
None that I can recall. I do remember when you should have won, but you outplayed yourself.
All 3 games. All 3 games we've played against each other.
Is it all 3 that you outplayed yourself? I feel like the first one was the one. So I tell him straight up, I don't run Valar. I'm running like Barra Kraken.
And my buddy told me before the game, yo, Sandy's not running Valar. Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of saves. He has no saves, I don't think.
I mean, you were sitting there with 3 Iron Mines on the board. I'm thinking, okay, like, and Valar like just came out. I'm like, well, I'm getting wiped here. So I was like, so he's gonna flip Valar. So let me flip Valar too. So this way he can't save anybody. And this is 10 minutes after he told me he's not running Valar. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, this is the time to flip Valar. I gotta pin him down. And I flip Valar, and I wipe my board.
I'm like, I told you I don't run Valar. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't great. That was a store championship too, so that was even worse.
Was that the first time we played? I think it was.
That was the first time. Yeah, then we played again at Star Pike, and I don't really remember that one. And then we played at Siege, which was a fine game. I drew. I didn't draw anything.
I was playing Tyrell, I think, right?
We were playing the same deck.
Yeah.
It was
I don't remember that. I don't remember the games with that deck. I just remember putting power on Mace or something.
That's all you had to do. That's all it was. I mean, it was a lot more to it, but
not really. We've all played Tyrell. We all know what the skill level there.
That was like when New Danny first came out. It was pretty good.
I actually don't know if I've played a tournament with Tyrell.
Hey, I've never played a tournament with Tyrell either.
Yep.
Chase, have you played a tournament without Night's Watch?
Yeah, I topped Jesse's tournament playing Bear Wall, unless you mean without Night's Watch cards in my deck. which is still one. I've played Targaryen on the Iron Throne League tournaments, and I've played Targaryen at one of our game night kits at Johnny C's. But other than that, I've never played a deck that didn't have Night's Watch cards in it.
Does anyone else think like Chase looks like Bran when he's like melding into the tree or something in that angle?
Right.
Melding into
I can see it. I can see it.
Like he's got it's that camera angle. I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure, like
Dude, I can see it.
He had to play 5 whole rounds of Magic today. All right, give him a break, guys.
No, I had to play. Well, actually, it was only 5. I split the last 2.
Oh,
But I had to
play that math.
I had to play to the finals, man. It was stressful. I'm surprised I won.
Damn.
Enough talk about other card games.
All right, let's talk about Munchkin, the CCG.
Is there a CCG for Munchkin?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I used to play that a lot.
It is.
Not the CCG.
The CCG is horrifically imbalanced,
Well, it's Munchkin.
right?
I don't
But
know.
like Eric Lang designed it, he's supposed to be a good designer, and he just did not do. Well, he did a fine job, except that one of the faction abilities is Brainstorm, except you bottom the card you don't want.
So no, but I mean, he may have designed the game to be imbalanced because that is the soul of Munchkin.
Sure.
I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe not. Yeah, cool. All right. I have no more controversial topics to discuss, except why the fuck are so many redheads on my cast?
There's only 2 of us.
That's like 18 times your representation in the population as a whole.
Yeah, actually, you're pretty right.
Like, no, I think maybe on my next cast I'll try to have like Buzz from Sweden and Ryan Jones, like 2 more redheads.
Yeah.
Maybe there are just a disproportionate number of redheads playing Thrones.
Well, see, the thing is, we can't leave our house, so we need to stay inside, play video games, play card games. You know, the sun is frightening, and gotta stay away from it.
Look at all these assholes in chat that won't come on stream and ask questions. I'm going to call them out. Like, Andrew Kim did join and then left with it because he just didn't want to participate. John Peters, maybe he thinks he's banned from the stream, like he's banned from Game of Thrones, the group.
Is he really?
I don't know.
I think I played John Peters at Jesse's tournament, and he told me that. And I was thinking, what? People get banned from that group? I had no idea.
Well, I mean, just John Peters, as
Really?
far as I know. He's the only person I know who's banned.
Interesting.
There's Fred Bird, who I'm going to try and beat at Knoxville. I have to either troll him or beat him. Unfortunately, I think I have not ever beaten him. He's pretty consistently kicked my ass.
I don't think I've ever played against Fred, but maybe I'm just not recalling something.
By fibers from the other coast. I don't know what that means. I feel like that's a typo. Swipo? I also really, I think I would love to get in. So Nick, you'll appreciate this.
Okay.
I'd love to get you, me, and Fred Bird and have a political conversation where every time one of us made a statement that was unverifiable or not supported by facts, we had to do a shot.
Huh. I'm sure that conversation would be great and wouldn't devolve in any way, shape, or form.
Never does. Just never does.
That's literally the only way a political conversation between the 3 of us will be remotely productive.
Well, I mean, you're actually the moderate in that conversation, Sandy. So.
I know, which is hilarious. For those of you that don't know, Nick Hansen, never mind.
You can say it. I voted for Gary Johnson. Sometimes you got to make the right call.
I was going to say you worship at the altar of Ayn Rand.
Well, that's not what I was going to say. But
Wow.
the government is the greatest source of evil in the world, so.
You see what Fred said in the chat? We would be dead by the time I finished my opening statement. Oh,
So I got to get a phone with a front camera that works so that future editions of this cast can happen while I'm drunk and not just random videos I post on Facebook.
All right.
you get the iPhone 10.
Or
Or you could not give money to Apple. and the world will be a better place.
I mean, I don't know how a libertarian can argue against a corporation selling goods that people want to buy, but whatever.
I just do not enjoy Apple as a company.
Oh my god.
Well, you're free to not buy their stuff.
Correct. Unlike healthcare, which I am not free to not buy.
You are free to not buy it. You just have to pay because
You just have to get penalized.
no, because
Small fee.
Statistically, you are going to cost me money because you're going to take advantage of emergency healthcare and the infrastructure that those of us that do have health insurance pay for. It's only fair, Nick.
Oh, sure. All right, I don't think this is the time or place for this conversation.
Fred's not on here yet.
Yeah,
Classic libertarian deflection.
Fred's not here, and I don't have a handle, so
A hand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish the scotch probably.
I only have a 30-pack that costs me $10.99. So
Nice. I have a empty water glass.
I'm gonna eject my co-host since he's not drinking.
I mean, like
that's
I
the
drank. I was
best.
drinking before it came on, dude.
Oh,
I don't know if I get kicked off the first cast, right?
I wasn't. I completely forgot about this until Sandy sent me a message that said, "Hey, we're starting in like 10 minutes." I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh shit!"
Sandy, we're like co-hosts. He must have accidentally forgot to let me know we were going tonight. I had no idea,
I posted on the page.
dude.
It's
I've
a
been like,
pinned post.
dude, I was buying like flowers all day today.
I
Was in the Facebook group.
don't know. Maybe this will be I'm gonna start doing a whiskey review. So I got this whiskey. Hold on, how do I make myself? There we go. It's fucking reversed. God damn it, Google.
I mean, it's not reversed for us.
Yeah.
Oh no,
we-
it's reversed for me. I see. On stream, it's fine. Okay. This is a Highland Park, and it's actually like it is a single malt whiskey, but I don't know what year it is. Like it doesn't have an age. I found it when I was in Seattle because I'd never seen this sort of bottle before for Scotch, and apparently it's named after some Viking bullshit. So I thought it was appropriate to buy. It's surprisingly solid. It's not like super complex. It's not whatever, but it's a good single malt whiskey, and it was like $30. So that's relatively cheap for single malt whiskey. That's today's whiskey review.
That
If
was
you guys
pretty
have
good, dude. That was pretty
other
good.
whiskeys you'd like me to review, I'd be more than happy to do so.
Yeah.
What's going on this week? Anyone doing anything this weekend other than? So I'm going to Knoxville to hopefully beat all the Thompsons, Fred Bird, and Jesse Carpenter to take home that trophy.
I unfortunately am not going to drive 9+ hours 3 consecutive weekends for regionals and then have to work on Monday. So I am just going to play a bunch of Magic 19.
Yeah.
19, whatever the hell it's called.
Magic 2019 pre-releases this weekend, so that's what I will be doing as well.
If anyone's in the Northeast, there's the Fields of Fire, the next Northeast Championship event on Saturday. I think there's a 50-50 chance I'm going to go.
There's some people driving up from Jersey.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Tom HK, who he's from Jersey. He's a cool
Any
dude.
of my
He's
New
trying-
York boys that see that, you guys can go up.
Andrew Kim threw a little interest on there too, and so did James McKenna. So I'm considering it. I'm considering it more so now that there is a group going. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I won't be able to make fields, but my next tournament I think will be the Philly Regional. The Roy's hosting here, so I'll be there. It's in 3 weeks.
The
Yep.
Philly regional should be pretty good.
Yeah.
And there should be some art spoilers soon.
Yeah, you did that right.
I'm gonna miss that one, unfortunately.
And you're also going to miss the New Jersey event too, aren't you, Sandy?
I'm just like
Dude,
I don't
can't
actually
believe
play in
it.
tournaments on the fucking East Coast. So, if for anyone that's curious for my schedule, I'm doing Knoxville this weekend. The following weekend, I have a Radiohead concert, so I will be in New York and not playing Thrones. Sorry, Wausau boys. The weekend after that, I'll be going to Vegas again for the Vegas Regional and former Continental Champion Seth Blow's bachelor party.
Ah,
Nice.
After that, I don't think I'm doing anything, but like then it's Gen Con, and then I'm going to Poland for that tournament, Brackus. Expect an episode from there.
yeah. Gen Con will be
It'll-
fun.
Yeah,
Let's say, let me know when we're streaming live this time.
sure. We will almost certainly. So for fans of this podcast, I will probably almost certainly do an episode at the bar with Jesse and Fred next weekend, and you guys can dial in or whatever the hell it is. And I will almost certainly not do one the following week unless somebody at a tournament wants to be my guest. From Wausau. That was directed at you, Wausau people.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys want to just like I'll dial in from the Dom on Chase's phone or
Chase isn't 21, so he can't be there.
True story.
I can't theme my podcast around half whiskey reviews if like all the guests are under 21.
Yeah. I mean, almost half your guests are under 21 today, Sandy.
Exactly half my guests are under 21.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Shows how much I know math.
So I know this is something I posted in the main group about naming your metas. And there's a very specific reason I asked for that. Some of you may know my secret project, but let me just say it is to your advantage to have a cool name for your meta that is Thrones related. You will not be disappointed. Lamazek, you know my project. Will they be disappointed? I think it's awesome. I think it's the greatest idea ever.
All I'm gonna say is definitely participate in Sandy's little survey. It's gonna be very cool.
I participated to the best of our ability.
I think you did pretty good.
I'm gonna call your guys like Crow's Nest or something. Or what was your idea, Chase? Someone always crows.
Mine was a time for Trixie Birds because a kid in champ cards.
Why not a time for crows?
A time for crows.
Yeah, like
I mean that.
Both of them.
I mean that would work too. That still uses Sam's card. Yeah.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad that I've gotten the opportunity to spoil my, or at least give you guys a teaser of what my cool idea is.
It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be absolutely worth it.
yeah, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be very cool.
Wait, Nick, do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, did I tell you guys? Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
I
Wait,
forgot who I
did
told.
before on the stream before I got in here?
No.
Did I?
Okay.
I must have
Wait,
said it in the
no.
WhatsApp group.
I mean,
Did
I
you-
have
you
no
did-
idea
you
what we're
did
talking about.
You did say it in our group chat, didn't you, or something like that? I
Yes,
think.
you did.
Oh.
Oh, so I know too.
Well, sorry, Xavier.
Yeah, I'm left out here. Cool.
You're literally and figuratively in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm slowly joining Chase in darkness.
Got a light. Yo,
Okay.
Sandy, you would have liked this at dance. Remember my camera setup for the Winds of Winter stream?
Yes.
So how how could you forget how I forgot? I drove like 5.5 hours and I forgot the attachment that attaches the camera to the arm. That was brutal. So you should have seen me at Dance with Dragons. My GoPro is having some issues for some reason, and that the arm I had for the mount only worked with the GoPro, and so I had a backup webcam camera that I had to tape to that goddamn arm again. And the whole time I'm taping it to the arm, I'm thinking, man, thank God Sandy's not here to see this.
Like,
He'd be
come
so
on.
disappointed in me right now. I mean, you would think that I just didn't do video for a living. It's unbelievable.
I don't know, man. Like, you're not inspiring a lot of confidence
No.
in your.
No, absolutely not. No, Any of my alts, any of the YouTube I have, no, forget that. It's over. It's a tier 2 YouTube channel. If you guys check it out.
This is clearly a tier 1 YouTube channel. We have
Absolutely. This
long
is tier 1.
blocks of silence.
Oh, this
no
is useful
consistent thread
information.
discussion.
On my channel, I'm just complaining and getting anxiety playing live games.
I'm complaining about my fucking viewers that won't come on stream and talk shit.
Dude, here's the thing.
Like, where is that, you know, fire?
Where's that fire? Well, first of all, it's only 9 o'clock. It's only 9 p.m. So I feel like
on a Sunday.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like with these Google Hangouts, I had no idea how it works. So like I logged in on my phone, like right after I got out of the shower. And and like I see like, oh, it turns the camera. I'm like, oh, maybe this just needs to happen. And then I just see that like, I'm in the video. I'm like, fuck. So maybe people want to like kind of poke in, but they just know like shit, it's just gonna throw me straight into it.
Louise, if you have a phone, you should definitely join the cast.
So,
we want to talk shit about why your plot is a fucking scheme for no reason.
So you
It's
want
really good in Reigns.
You want to know what I actually hate more than his plot being a scheme? Is that Forgotten Plans can't hit schemes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they wanted to avoid a weird rule snafu, they should have given it its own trait that will never get used by anything else, like Stormborn Danny.
Yeah.
You know, called it like a misinformation. Like, give it that trait, and then be done with it. But
yeah. The fact that there's no answer for scheme plots is stupid.
Right. And then there's no answer for Reigns. So like if you know that they're gonna get the Reigns trigger off, you can't just you can't pack Forgotten Plans if you think it's gonna be a Reigns heavy meta and you're really susceptible to Reigns plots because it doesn't do anything. And I hate that. I hate that a lot.
I also hate it a lot. I hate it. I mean, I run Forgotten Plans in a real deck, and it's super obnoxious because it doesn't hit.
It's probably not a real deck if it has Forgotten Plans in it.
I think you'd be surprised at how many people run fucking King in the North and how much that screws Dothraki.
Mm-hmm.
I was fully able to witness it this weekend, so. But I don't know. I still don't know.
He says we have to run the new Acolyte, Louise says.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd much rather run that than Forgotten Plans.
How do I message him?
I wish that card worked like not just in one phase though, because it's really not that helpful. Like,
well, it's helpful for. I suppose it doesn't even do anything against King of the North. Yeah. So
true.
Here's a scenario I was in this weekend. I didn't actually go through it with it because I'm a coward, but my opponent played King plot, and I really needed to get some triggers, and I thought about Crown of Golding my own Kotho.
Whoa.
And I was really stuck thinking about whether or not it was going to be worth it. And then I was a coward and I didn't do it. I lost the game. And so turns out it wasn't the right play to not do it.
I think Crown of Gold is a very versatile card for that reason.
I wouldn't say it's versatile.
I mean, it can kill somebody and it can make somebody a king.
You're right.
That's pretty versatile.
Would you guys ever run King Viserys?
No, I wouldn't.
So
Maybe,
I have
actually. Sorry, go ahead.
I have one experience with King Viserys, and it was pre-Worlds 2016.
Jesus.
I was playing some games at the bar in our college with Sam, and he was playing King Viserys, and he had accumulated 5 power on King Viserys, and I warded him and won the game.
Oh,
and then that's when I decided that card I will never play it. Like you play against a recruiter for the watch, and they take your king that has 4 power on it, and you just
that's before Beyond Reproach was plot.
Sure, but
Who
I don't
runs
know.
That? Yeah, that's
right.
Fair. That's a fair criticism.
But that's my only experience with it. Leonard wanted to convince me to run it in the Blood Rider deck that I played, but I didn't. Maybe I should have.
I've been told apparently Target Crossing running that is decent.
Sure.
I've been running it. Well, I've been flipping back and forth with the Blood Riders and my crossing.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey,
holy shit.
How's everyone?
we're doing good. How are you?
I gotta I have to increase his volume, I think.
Maybe I can talk closer to my phone. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or talk louder.
I can hear you.
Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you better than everyone, Sandy. You should stop complaining about breaking ties, please.
I didn't have a problem with it until I realized it couldn't be blanked by Forgotten Plans.
Well, if you're gonna make a plot, would you allow Forgotten Plans to blank it? Well, it's.
I don't know.
Right?
Let's ask Stephen Simone.
Well, he made in first edition, and he didn't know that Forgotten Pen has this restriction. So I understand.
Are you in Brazil? Are you drinking right now? What are you drinking? Wine?
Wine. I always drink when I'm at home. Yeah, I'm in Brazil in my home.
Good. This is you're much more in the spirit of this podcast than all these fucking assholes drinking water.
Oh, I mean, I'm not drinking anything right now.
I am not drinking water. I am drinking a 34-cent Red Dog here.
Oh my God.
I have no idea what that is. And I know Nick Hansen is not 21 yet, right?
No,
So
I am
fine.
21. I'm 23.
Oh, really? Oh, so you're fine.
Yeah, Chase is the one who's not 21.
Ooh.
Chase
And
is
me.
in bed, literally.
Damn.
Yeah. Speaking of being in bed, though, it is 8 p.m., which puts it officially past my bedtime.
All right.
Really?
Yeah, I wake up at 3:15 in the morning. So
Does anyone have anyone have any suggestions or questions for Nick before he signs off? No.
Stop winning.
I tried. I mean, I didn't win this past weekend. Got 9th. I missed the cut. That's why I'm here in spirit.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's fair. You missed it. But
Yeah.
you're playing. What kind of deck you were playing? A Targaryen Crossing. I saw in the Jousting Pavilion, but I have no idea what it does. What does it do?
It plays all of the Blood Riders. Actually, it doesn't play all the Blood Riders. You don't play any Devoted Blood Riders, but you
Really?
play 0 Devoted Blood Rider.
Why is that?
Because it's bad. It's only one icon.
That's one of the reasons. But then you use Kotho, Aegon, and Blood of My Blood, and between those 3 cards, you can 2 or 4 claim people turn 1. And so in one of my games, I 5 claimed someone turn 1 for military. And then
So-
that game's over.
That's different than my approach, because my approach was to just do 5 military challenges, some of which are 2 claim.
Oh no! Oh, so I 2 claimed and 3 claimed. So
Okay.
it was 5 total, right?
All right.
No, I haven't.
So
I made a 4 claim challenge. I didn't win it though. I was sad.
you want to send me that list? I want to see how it's different from mine.
Sure, I can do
I
that.
think your list is more concerned with power challenges.
Yeah, I
Mine?
mean,
No, Sandy's list.
yeah. I mean, mine mainly relies on clearing their board, and then you win the power challenges after the fact.
Hmm.
Between that and Jogo, so if you 4 claim them turn 1, they put 3 guys in their dead pile. Now your Jogo's a 6 strength stealth character on
Nice.
turn 2.
That's pretty good. I hear that's pretty good. I actually use Devoted Blood Riders because I run Bloody Rock, and putting that on those guys is pretty decent. And
Yeah,
they're cheap.
I had Bloody Rock too. I don't know. Devoted Blood Riders just didn't make the didn't make
What
the
do you-
final cuts.
What did you run instead? I guess I don't understand what your chuds were otherwise. Like you just run.
Freedmen, Second Sons.
Oh,
Mercenaries.
yeah. Okay, never mind. You
Right.
run Freedmen. I fucking hate Freedmen.
Why? John Pete. All right, John Peters is here. I'm gone. Adios, everyone.
I guess I don't. All right, we've hit our Wausau quota.
John Peters.
There's rocks.
Second Sons.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. You run Freedmen. I fucking hate John Peters. Mute your fucking. I don't know. Get a headset, you noob.
I almost came on
I'm gonna mute John Peters until he gets a headset or puts in headphones or mutes his phone or something.
I was watching the stream while the stream was on my phone too.
Yeah, we could hear you.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
John,
Nice echo. I thought it was great.
have you met Louise?
Hi,
I
John.
have not.
I don't think we ever met in person. Hello.
You weren't at Thrones War, so you didn't get
No.
to meet him.
Or
I did
or
not.
in Europe.
Yeah, unfortunately, not gonna happen this year. Because we all fucking slept like idiots.
I do think it's canonically Wasau to oversleep and not buy tickets to Stalik. That is like, of course that's what happened.
As a group, entirely. Yeah.
But they can still have like go on the waiting list, right? People
Yeah.
will start
Oh,
selling
we're
tickets.
all on the waiting list, but there's no way.
I mean, I got in off the waiting list.
Did you?
I am on a waiting list, and I'm buying my plane tickets.
Yeah.
I'm confident that I'm gonna get a spot.
Yeah.
John, can I ask a question? How does it feel to be the only person that actually plays a game that is banned from the Game of Thrones Hagar group?
There are other people banned, but
That actually play the
I don't know.
game?
I don't know if they actually play the game or not. But it's, I don't know. It sucks, I guess. I tried to get back in a couple times. I don't feel like I was a justified ban, that's for sure.
What did you do? I must have missed this.
I was trolling Glazer
Yeah.
at one point. I don't know. That was during the whole Netrunners female tournament fiasco.
What's that? What was that? Can you tell me about it? How was it? Like only female people playing?
There was a Netrunner push for a safe space tournament where only women or trans players were allowed to participate.
Oh, that's so cool. How was it?
Well,
it created quite a troll environment.
Really?
Mhm.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, and it was not an idea or not a good conversation point. That's for sure.
Oh, that's a shame. I wanted to throw a L5R1 like a safe space tournament, but it's just hard to get the people like trying to bring decks for people to learn the game, like women to learn the game. It's I think, but it's a cool initiative. I like it.
I think they went about it a little bit aggressively, and it turned it from being like a safe place to kind of a weapon of some sort. I don't know how to go
Really?
exactly.
No.
It was really aggro and how they handled the whole thing, and it was just a kind of a mess from the get go.
Sam Bratz wants to know, because he's playing Dota and won't join the stream. He wants to know if your time in exile has made you a better person.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, from what I've seen, you're still a piece of garbage.
That's 100% accurate.
How did you got expelled from the Facebook group?
If
you
I don't
if you
even
don't need
remember
to
the
say, don't
exact
if you-
post. Basically, Glazer was on a soapbox, and I took the opposite stance and went very far with it.
Anyway, I think you've.
I don't
I would
remember.
say I think it was a consequence of you being isolated in Wasau for so long that you forgot that the rest of the world believes that words have meaning and we can't just troll each other all the time. So
And just troll each other all the time.
I don't know. I don't think you're I don't think you meant what you were doing in a way that was negative. Yeah, exactly. As Fred. Maybe you should be part of this political conversation with Fred and me and Hanson.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So, John, tell me, do you actually play Thrones still? I haven't seen you in a tournament. Are you any good? Are you the worst player in Wasau?
Probably the worst Wasau player, but I have fun, and I play Greyjoy, which is the best faction, obviously. But yeah, as far as the Wasau guys go, I like fatties, and that's not how you win in Thrones tournaments these days.
Well, you can blame Luis for that. Apparently, Messenger Raven for Victarion is an even trade.
That's a fair trade.
I
I
truly think it is even.
We'll make fair cards.
What was your defense, Luis?
What is the argument again? Like Messenger Ravens and Victarion or Ranger Tally?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
the
people
gold
should give you
differential
answers to
seems
those big
about
guys.
right, I think one gold and not drawing a card to bounce a 6 drop. That seems right.
I think so.
I think.
I love it.
I mean, I think the issue is flea bottom, right, Louise? Like, do you think the card is balanced even with flea bottom?
I didn't think it was balanced when I saw Flip Bottom and I saw the first people that were complaining about the card and all the impact that interaction can cause. But after playing with the card, I still think it's fine. Seriously, Breaking Ties is super good and has an impactful effect, and people have to play around it. But it doesn't change. You're not going to win at your tournament because you have Breaking Ties in your deck. You're not going to win your games because you have Breaking Ties and Flip Bottom and in board. You're not going to. It's going to provide some answers every now and then. But it's not like oh my God, he's playing Breaking Ties and Flip Bottom. The game is over. It's not like a super killing machine that's going to conquer all the tournaments. It's that after playing it, but
It helps.
In theory, I agree.
Definitely helps. It's a very good plot. I'm a very big fan of the plot. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
it means a lot. I mean, but it's very easy to complain about cards. It's what's hard is like to put it to test, to take it to a tournament and play it. I like what the card has done to Stark, for instance. I think it's the only faction that has been playing the card, and it's not like only to abuse with Flip Bottom. I think I'm happy. But if people want to restrict it, if people think it's broken, if people want like announce the end of the world because of it, I'm also fine.
It's a great card.
I play it with the card. I would just disagree.
My issue, if I have one, is less around Breaking Ties in a vacuum and more around the incremental advantage and the differential advantage it gives to factions that already have the same differential advantage from Flea Bottom.
Yeah,
in other words,
that's a super valid point. I think it's a very valid point.
But to your point, actually, and this is a good counterexample, is actually Stark, which is I think Breaking Ties makes Stark better, even though Stark as a whole is probably like below the curve in terms of effectiveness for Flea Bottom. Because Summer with Breaking Ties and Flea Bottom is so good, and it brings Stark back up to that level of like, oh, look, I can actually do things that are effective. So maybe it's just a matter of printing better loyal cards for factions that are behind.
I mean, it would help, like if they have some balance between the chuds, the loyal chuds from all the factions, but it won't make the card like a game breaking. I mean, it would just give some balance and give some more options for the factions that are doing worse, which is like having options to Barra, options to, I don't know, maybe Night's Watch or Lannister or something like that. But Lannister has cheap loyals, and it doesn't use it, and it won't solve the problem. You can count. You have like at least 5 different cheap loyals below 4 costs, and it's not helping Lannister either. Well, I don't know. For instance, if you remove the possibility to use Breaking Ties from several factions, people is gonna abuse stuff is gonna show up in the battle more than with Breaking Ties. It's my opinion. It's like combos and things that you cannot deal with it. Breaking Ties helps on that.
Luis, you weren't on the cast when I asked earlier. What should I play next weekend? And more broadly, what should I play at Gen Con?
It's so hard. I think the Tyrell is still broken. It's so hard to beat it. So, but if you don't want to play Tyrell, I don't really know.
I don't have faction loyalty. I've alternated between Targ and Tyrell forever. So I'll play Tyrell. You think I should just play Tyrell Wars?
Yes, Scheming Septon is pretty good. With that deck. It's just ridiculous with that in Old Town.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Mike saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty good. It's very good. It just adds like that deck was good, and then that combination makes it pretty.
Just one more
too
layer
much-
of redundancy.
too much. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also loyal, and you can also use
Yep.
breaking time.
I use breaking ties with it
And
at least twice on the day.
if you do just tech against rush, and you're gonna do fine. Tech against some target kill, Greyjoy and also Targaryen, and you're gonna do fine. Don't do any big mistakes. And
Hold on.
not saying that you're gonna win, but you're gonna do well. You're gonna break even if you play normal. That's what I do. I aim for break even, and I choose a good deck.
I will say, I want to respond to chat here and say, Sam Bratz, you're not allowed to make deck suggestions unless you join the fucking cast. So if you want to,
We're about to start our game of Dota, and unlike me, Bratz is going to try hard and win. I'm just going to fuck around. So we'll see how this goes.
I never played Dota. I have no idea what it is that.
I played Dota when it was part of
I'm
Warcraft
too
3.
Dota.
But all right, so I'll play Tyrell, I guess, since the only person with a card design that has told me to play anything has told
No,
me to play.
my design was bullshit. I was just super lucky. It doesn't count.
Like,
You got there though.
That's a thing that is very important. I think I didn't earn it. I have to play like 10 years of Thrones to earn it now. So I'm condemned to this game.
Did you say you have to play 10 years to earn it? How
Yeah.
many years did Bratz play before he earned his first design?
20, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, it was his first year, right?
He didn't own any cards.
That's wild. I own all the cards.
I own 3 playsets now because I keep buying playsets in different continents
Dude,
so that
Sam-
they're sorted.
Sandy, do you still have James Tyrell deck that he made you for Jesse's
No.
tournament?
I thought Jesse has that.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. All I know is James doesn't have those cards still.
Okay, well, we'll have to. I assume Jesse gave them to him. Maybe he didn't. In which
I know.
case, Jesse also has my playmat from that tournament.
Damn. All I know is one of my growing strongs is in that deck, and I only have 2, and it's driving me nuts.
Shut up, Endo.
Hey, Xavier, you want to be a bro and give me your deck list that you won with so that I can just play that next weekend?
Yeah, sure, I can give it to you. Yeah, no problem. Take a look at it.
I think nothing. I mean, other than maybe winning with Night's Watch to troll Fred, I think playing Tyrell would also troll Fred.
Oh, it would troll a lot of people. That the list is good. The deck, just in general, you can probably put any, basic Wars to Come with Tyrell deck together and still do fine with it. Doesn't even have to be refined.
Well, let's put it up on the stream, and then we'll all take a look at it. Hold on. Yeah.
Can we do that? I don't know how to do that.
No, it's a joke.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I will see it if you guys want me to.
I trust your ability to pick decks because you've consistently done better in tournaments than me, right? No? Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, no. I mean, probably not. Well, not the ones that we go. Well, not the ones that we go to and attend together. The answer is no. But yeah, I mean, I think obviously the Tyrell Wars is just a super solid choice if you're trying to win.
I feel like my street cred, like I went through a whole phase where I just didn't win anything, and people just assumed I was like partying all the time. Now my street cred is at risk. I got to start winning tournaments.
Yeah, it's time. Tyrell Wars.
I just gotta win Gen Con, and then people will stop giving me shit.
Xavier, was Renly in that deck?
How much you want to bet?
Of course.
Don't win Gen Con.
Yes, of course, Renly was in the deck.
Sandy, if you win Gen Con without the alt art Renlys, I'm gonna be so pissed.
What if I'm not playing Tyrell?
Then it's fine. It's totally fine.
Okay. Hey, John.
Yeah.
What do you want to bet that I don't win Gen Con?
I don't know.
I want to bet.
Oh, so easy.
Can I get in on this too? I'd like to take this bet too, please.
You guys forget I can pay for wins.
Let's bet a bottle of vodka.
Oh, now he's going the DC route.
I'm gonna watch you, and if I see you try to pay for any win, I'm just gonna report you to the judges.
Yeah, because they don't all know me.
Sandy, I want to bet a bottle of vodka in Poland.
Are you going to Fracas?
Of course. I will miss Alec, but I will not miss Fracas.
Okay, so Luis, I will tell you this. It's a girl that came to New York from Poland's birthday that weekend. So, no, okay. So, you know Levy?
Yeah, of course.
He was in New York last, this week.
I know.
Yeah. One of the girls with him is having her birthday party the same weekend as Fracas. And I said, oh, you should invite me. I will bring lots of people.
But did you tell her how many people you were bringing?
I was vague. So we've got multiple parties in Fracas. But yes, let's spend a bottle of vodka in Fracas that I win Gen Con. Or that I don't win.
A Polish one, a premium Polish one. We both.
All right, I'm muting Peter.
Yeah, give it.
Okay. Great. Now I have a reason. It's a bottle of vodka. I can win Gen Con.
Dude, I'd be so pumped if you won Gen Con.
I'll do a bottle of vodka.
Somebody's got to give me a deck though. I'm not capable of coming up with good decks.
I could give you the HRD Scaz. I just played a dance.
No, a deck I want to win. A deck that isn't garbage.
Oh, come on, dude. I mean, it turned out to not be great. I could say that. Absolutely. It's fun though.
But it is.
The fact that Stephen Ebery likes that deck makes me not want to play it.
I don't know. I mean, I was running it with Blood Riders. It obviously turned out to be like less optimal, but it was pretty good. I mean, I got Someone Always Tells. I played Martel, I think, my first 3 matches, and I think I got hit with Someone Always Tells like 6 times. So it's really bad. But guys, I got to bounce. I'm gonna go help Kelly set up a live stream. But
oh, you got a different podcast. I see the way it is.
I don't have. It's not a podcast. She's gonna start live streaming her art stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. What's that?
What stuff? You want to promote her live stream on my channel?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. She's a tattoo artist, but she's also a fine artist. She does paint and sculpture. Her Instagram. She's gonna kill. Kelly, are you here? She's upstairs. Her Instagram name is Kelly Kill Again. She has like wine tattoos. That's all she does. Really
but hold on, is she live streaming? Is she tattooing live streaming?
Not tonight. No, not tonight. She's doing some painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's gonna live stream that. But I gotta go set it up for her.
All right.
I'm also gonna head out.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah. See you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Sorry, I couldn't contribute anything.
Yeah. Well, be less terrible.
Yes, I love it. See you guys.
See you, Mike.
Breaking ties is perfect. Don't change
Breaking
it.
ties is the word. End it.
Yeah, thank you, Luis. It's a great card. I really appreciate the contribution.
Pleasure to unmute you. Can you not be on fucking Dota or whatever the fuck?
Kill secured. Sorry, on to
See you guys.
Bye, Xavier. This podcast is degenerated now.
Yeah. Oh, there goes John's video.
Okay. Can I eject him? I think I can eject him.
No, you can't. I'm back.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Peters, what do you want to bet that I don't win Gen Con?
I don't know. This bottle of vodka sounds nice.
That's doable for me.
That's do what for you?
That's doable.
Okay, I'm in.
You're betting that I don't win Gen Con, and I'm betting that I do win Gen Con, right? Just to be clear.
Yes, of course. Otherwise, people want to be betting.
How big of a can I make a bet too? How big of a bet can we make?
Well, first of all, you can't buy any alcohol, so I'm not interested.
Oh, it's only alcohol bets. I got it. Yeah. Then I can't participate.
You're a fucking degenerate, Chase.
I just saw free money on the table and I was trying to take it. That's all it was.
All right. No, actually, if we're gonna bet.
Fight Chase because he's shit.
So the reason I accept these
I want
bets
to lose the bet just so Chase loses.
no. First of all, if I win this bet, you guys are gonna drink the vodka with me, and if I lose this bet, you're gonna let me drink the vodka with you. So I'm fine with it either way. For Chase, on the other hand, since we have to actually set parameters, since A, he doesn't drink, and B, I don't know, he's a fucking gambling degenerate.
He is a degenerate.
I think reasonably, if I wanted to bet on my placement at Gen Con, I would actually bet. I would bet that I'd make top 16. And Chase, you want to still take that bet for money?
How about we just bet who places higher?
Ooh.
That's a good bet. That's a good bet.
That's
just
bad
make
news
that
for you, Chase.
Also, you can I bet you can take a card and ban it from your opponent's decks.
No, this isn't fucking
Hell no.
Hey, Peters, enjoy being banned from my cast. I'm
What?
banning you right now.
No.
Wait, how do I do this? Eject.
Don't worry, Peters is used to getting banned.
Goodbye.
No.
No, I don't think he can rejoin either. I haven't figured out.
That's
So-
such a easy to do a cast. The link that you sent me, everything was so good. It's very impressed. I'm not very technological person, but it's working even with a phone. Very impressed.
I mean, the whole point of this was to get random people to join on their phones and ask me stupid questions that I could answer, or to have me ask them questions.
How do you do
So about this,
your life? That's a stupid question, Sandy. How do you do so many stuff? Like, how can you manage to work, have a family, and also go to all the tournaments in the world?
I'm really shitty at all of those things. That's why.
Okay, that makes sense. That's a good answer.
What were you saying, Chase?
I was gonna say so about this Gen Con bet about who places higher.
Yeah?
Do you want to make a bet?
Yeah, let's do $10 for each place that the higher person is over the lower person.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
I know we've played exactly once, Chase, and you think I'm a piece of shit. You're in trouble.
Hey, I don't think that. I just think I'm better than you.
What does that have to do with placing higher than me in a tournament?
Well, if you think you're a better player, I think you would assume you would probably do better, right?
Luis,
Well, yes.
you've won a lot of tournaments. Do you think that the best player wins tournaments? Do you think the best player always places higher?
First of all, I don't win a lot of tournaments. I don't remember any other tournament that I won that wasn't melee. I mean, I won the driver, not the car once, but it wasn't my deck. And it was a 44 people tournament, so I was fine with that. But I only win melee, so I cannot say. But I don't think the best player win the tournament. Sometimes it does. Sometimes they're not the best player.
I think that it's unlikely that any person. Sorry, it's unlikely that two decks have better than a 60-40 matchup, and I think it's unlikely that even personal skill gets that above 70-30. If you do what is it? Fred will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the hypergeometric expansion or something. I don't know. But you can figure out your chances of actually winning a tournament even if you're 70-30 favorite in every match. And those odds do not look good for you, even if you are better than me, like 70-30.
I mean, I've made the cut in every made a cut in every Thrones tournament I've played in, except for the first Thrones tournament I ever played in, which was a regional. So I feel pretty good about my chances of at least making the cut. And then if you take 8th and I take 10th, I won't feel that bad about it because that would just mean we both lost in the first round and you placed slightly above me. So I could see that happening. But I greatly like my chances of making the cut as long as I don't bring a fucking terrible deck.
I went through about a year and a half or so of 1.0 Thrones where I did not miss a single cut and yet did not win a single tournament.
Yeah, I've won one store championship. That's the only tournament for Thrones I've ever won. One store championship.
Okay, I like my chances.
But I did top 16 Gen Con, and that was my second Thrones tournament ever. So
My first Thrones tournament ever, I made final table at Gen Con. Sun.
oh, nice. Was it Melee?
It was Melee. I lost to
Some
Brett
people-
Seiler.
Well,
Note
I
that we
don't know.
didn't specify Melee or Joust in our bet, by the way, Chase.
well, I'm only playing in the jousts. So
Well, then I guess you're going to owe me a lot of dollars.
But how can I owe you a lot of dollars if I don't have a place? If I don't have a place, then you didn't place any amount above me.
Well, that's one for the judges.
No, I understand that you should be joust. You should be joust.
Luis
come
as
on.
a neutral. Luis as a neutral party has decided it is only for the
No,
joust.
I want to be fair, and it was implicit because I also betting like a bottle of vodka. Would you like to
Maybe.
do the same bet with me in Melee, Sandy, in Fracas, so we can do the same thing. We change.
In Fracas, whoever places higher in Melee has to buy the other person vodka?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, vice versa. Lower. Whoever places lower in Melee.
No, higher.
Fine, but if it's me, I'm going to have that bottle of vodka when we're at the final table, and we're going to have to drink it together.
Okay. That's a good bet. But you
I'm
know
fine
what
with
happened last year in Melee at Fracas, right?
No, I don't.
I just wake up at 4:00 in the afternoon.
That's what happened to me in Melee, too. I fell asleep after the first round.
But you were there for like handing your deck list and for the first match, right?
Yeah, that was it.
I wasn't there, and I was my roommate didn't show up, and no one woke me up, so I missed the whole tournament. So it's such a bad thing. You travel to Poland, you go to Europe, you like 11 hours plane to go to play a tournament, and then you just sleep through it because you drank too much the night before. That's bad.
Luis, are you saying that I have not had this experience?
No, I'm just sharing with you because I know you're very experienced. You know exactly what to say to me because I still feel bad about it.
I do think, Chase, it's a shame that you guys aren't going to Stalik or any European tournaments.
I wasn't actually going originally because I have school and stuff. So and I couldn't swing the money or time to do that. So I actually was never originally going either. I was not a part of the Stalik plan.
School comes first. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Strong disagree. I dropped out of college and I'm great.
Even if I didn't care about the school, I still don't have the money to afford to go to the Stalik anyway. So, well, it just doesn't work out in your head.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's now you two, me, and like the 3 people watching on stream. So
who is watching this stream?
I have no idea. Maybe Fred from the pool. Maybe Sam Bratz. I think I blocked John. I don't know. There's no one watching. All of my streams go until there are no watchers.
And to be honest, I'm playing on an Iron Throne while I talk with you guys. My opponent's not very happy, but
can you share your screen? Let's comment on your game. No, you can. Oh, you're on your phone. I see.
Oh, you say you can hit share screen.
You can join it from your laptop and hit share screen, but that's fine. Let me pin Louisa's screen. Okay, now point it at the screen. Maybe we can just watch this game in Iron Throne. Is that possible? You're playing Greyjoy Dragon?
But yeah. But the thing is, the game is over now. I'm happy to be over because I wasn't paying much attention, and somehow I managed to get to 15 power, just like making power challenges while I was talking. It's very funny.
I think, I mean, historically, I think winning power challenges is a pretty good way to get to 15 power. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree.
Guys, we have until I finish my scotch. Is anyone going to ask questions or talk about anything interesting? I can't believe, Chase, first of all, I can't believe you joined this podcast from your fucking bed. And second of all, I can't believe that you stayed on longer than anyone else except Louise.
What can I say? I'm tired. My bed's really comfortable, and I thought it'd be a bad idea to go to sleep at like 7:30, so I decided I should probably do something else, and this is what I decided to do.
Do you have classes tomorrow?
No, it's summer, so I'm off right now. I don't really have anything to do anyway.
Tomorrow again, wake up later because I just show to work at 1:30 because Brazil is playing 11 in the morning, so I'm fine. So I have plenty of time to wake up, go to the gym, watch the game, and then go to work only after lunch. So it's a good day tomorrow. And I don't really into football.
So someone told me, I'm not really into football either, but I think actually my son told me that apparently Russia beating Spain is like the biggest upset ever.
Is it? I don't know. I trust your son. He's probably no better than me.
I mean, he was pretty mad about it. I don't know.
Spain was truly the favorite, but the World Cup is in Russia, right? They are playing the home, and they have the whole support of the supporters, and they are not a super bad team. So I think I wasn't that surprised that Spain won. I was more surprised that Germany got kicked out in the first. And that, I mean, South Korea in 2002 eliminated Italy, which was big. But they were also in the home team.
Interesting. Are we saying there's perhaps some judge corruption for the home team in the World Cup?
Those conspiracies. I mean, the only thing that happens, what I think sometimes it does, is the judge that he feels the pressure from all the supporters. And whenever something is doubtful, like if it's subjective, he can lean towards to the home team. But it's not like that he's super corrupted and he's going to judge in favor to the home team because he was paid for it. Because it was Russian and everything else. I don't know. I don't believe that.
Hey, so Luis, I have a proposal for you for the future episodes of this cast. Whenever you are having a Thrones tournament in Brazil or you're out drinking in Brazil, you should definitely let me know. I'll invite you onto the cast. We'll have an impromptu cast.
Nice. I'm always drinking in Brazil. I'm super rarely playing Thrones in Brazil. What I actually do very often is play Legends of Five Rings in Brazil because we actually have a people to play here in Rio.
Nope.
I play loads of Legends of Five Rings now.
Okay, we're done here.
But
I'm gonna have to eject Luis.
Thrones is better. Thrones is better. Calm down. Thrones is much better. I played in Europe this year.
Oh, I have an L5R mat that I want to give away. Hold on, let me get it for the stream.
Right now?
Yeah. I would have kept it.
All right. So I won this in a charity raffle, and I don't play L5R. And I was planning on going to an L5R tournament and giving it away. But
do you know where this L5R bet comes from?
It's from a
Grand Cote. It's like a participation prize. But since it's L5R, it's worth a lot because everything from L5R is worth a lot. But it is a participation prize.
I think I might give it to somebody who misses the cut at Gen Con, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Or should it be a fracas?
Right. I will accept this net, of course.
Of course.
I have one, but I just use it to throw more tournaments here in Rio because we don't have cotes in Brazil. So I get all my prizes and I use for prize pool in tournaments. Apart from the Starlight Champion mat, that one I don't use.
Well, if you want an L5R mat, I guess if I don't know, come find me somewhere that I have it.
I have that one, so it's fine. Should give someone.
So maybe I'll give it to the top person that misses the cut. Okay, the first person that misses the cut at Gen Con and comes and talks to me and says, "Are you leaving us for the world of Rokugan?"
Okay. Do you always go to Gen Con, or it's gonna be just this year? You always go, right?
Yeah, I used to live about an hour and a half from Gen Con, so like I would go. Like I've been going for like 15 or 20 years, like a long time.
Oh,
nice.
Did you play Thrones at Gen Con last year?
Did I? I probably did. Yeah. Yeah, I did.
How'd you do?
I don't know. I was playing some garbage deck from Europe.
Oh.
I think I was playing Tomas Albeck's deck that was like at that point like 27-2 or something in tournament play.
You probably play Targaryen, right?
No, I was playing Night's Watch, Fealty. I actually remember I didn't make the cut because I lost in time on my final round to somebody from DC, maybe Patrick.
Reynolds.
Was it or Rick?
No, it wasn't Patrick Brown. Maybe it was Patrick Brown. I don't know.
Was it Rick? Was it Rick in the top 16?
You mean Brannigan? No.
Yeah. Or there's that other guy who was like from DC but was in Milwaukee. He made the cut too. Was it him? I don't remember his name though.
No. It was the guy that beat me didn't make the cut either. And this was the thing, 'cause it was just the worst.
Hey, at least you made the graduated cut.
That was at Worlds. Sorry, I'm trying to organize a date too.
Oh.
You trying to organize? Are you on Tinder or Sandy?
Bumble.
Bumble. Does that work in the United States? I need to know what the best application for dating when I go to United States.
Yeah, I think Tinder would probably work for you. It doesn't work that well for me.
Sandy, do you pay for all the dating apps? Like, do you get the best package or whatever it is?
No.
Can you pay for dating apps?
I think you can.
Really?
Most of them suck if you don't pay for them. I've heard. Like,
well, they suck in. They suck in fucking Wausau. That's for goddamn sure.
Really? They're always really good. It's really impressive. They work really well. It's all of them. They're so good.
So Chase, you've seen Luis shirtless now, and is it any wonder he thinks dating apps work really well for him?
No, I like the interface and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And scrolling thing up. Yeah. In Brazil, the best one, I think it's Happen.
I used that once. Yeah. I think I used it in Spain, actually.
It's good. It's the one that I use when I feel lonely, but it's very rarely.
Were you at not Brawl this year, but the last Batalha?
No, I went to Batalha in 2015. 16.
So the last Batalha, I think we went to a club where Daniel Goebel, the normal group of us.
Yes. That
was you would have liked it. You would have been part of Team No Pantalones.
Oh, of course. I'm all
Chase. We had a group where we went out the night before, and we thought if anyone made the cut, they would have to play without pants.
In the cut?
Yeah.
Did anyone actually end up making the cut?
2 people, I think.
Very good players. Daniel
Yeah.
plays very well, and also Cabe plays.
Per Engstrom was the other one.
That's sweet.
Where is Daniel Goebel in the moment? What is he doing? Is he?
Is he not in Munich? I thought he was in Munich.
I don't know. I have to check out in Munich and Justin Pavilion and see who is playing there.
Apparently, Fabian is now like on a podcast, like critiquing people's play.
Yeah. I like him a lot because we're talking from Discord, and it's fun that the fact that he's so young and so good. It's funny. It's a good chap. I like him.
Yeah.
He's very German though. He's very, very objective, very down to business.
He doesn't have your Latin temperament.
I don't know, but in live he's very shy also, which is funny. I think very funny. Probably because he's so young. He's like 18 now or something like that.
I told you he got us to leave a bar in Paris because he was not 18 yet.
No, now he's 18. He was 17 that time, and he was really good. But the best place to interact with him, it's definitely Discord. There aren't much Americans on Discord. Of course, our go-to leader, Colin Ware, he's American, Meatloaf, and everyone. But the Discord it's very mixed, a good mixture. It's funny.
Is it? Cool. Did you say Colin Ware is the only American on Discord? There's got to be other people.
No, he's not the only American. He's our spiritual leader.
So for the 3 people still watching, if you're American, you should join Discord. Apparently.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You can ask for rules, and people give you good answer anytime.
Hey, Luis, can you see the chat? Can you paste the Discord link? Can you get an invite link for the Discord and paste it in chat?
I don't think I can. I'm very bad with technology. Seriously.
All right.
But anything, it's okay. I'm not doing propaganda or anything. I'm just commentating. I'm fine with people on Discord right now. We don't need anyone else. You don't need to. If you're listening to the podcast, go if you want. If you don't want, you're fine.
If I leave, the podcast ends. You know that, right? It'll just be you talking to Chase.
I have a lot of things to talk to Chase, Sanji. I'm sorry. We're just waiting for you to leave so we can get out the business.
I didn't realize that Fabiano guy. I didn't realize there were people younger than me who played this game.
How old are you?
19.
Yeah, he's younger than you.
Yeah,
probably
I just.
Yeah, I think it's possible. As soon as I feel comfortable with my kids reading the books, I'm just going to have them introduced to the game, and they're just going to beat the shit out of people.
Are they good in game? But do they like card games and stuff?
They're incredibly competitive, and they have so much free time.
It's a good combination.
I feel like that's really all Wasau has in its favor.
I know.
I'm trying to get my my 15-year-old brother to play Thrones. He's played in a couple tournaments. He's gonna play at our regional in Wasau. So gonna start him young too. He's a little Yu-Gi-Oh grinder. He actually just won the tournament we had today at Johnny C's for Yu-Gi-Oh. So
nice.
He plays a lot. He's a good amount of card games.
My kids play Pokemon.
Yeah, he used to play that too, but then he switched to Yu-Gi-Oh, and he's actually been playing that kind of competitively. He goes to tournaments and stuff. So,
Luis.
Yes.
When should I come to South America?
Well, for playing cards or for just visiting me? Because if you want to visit me, you can come anytime. I have a room right there just for you.
Rio? Do you live in Rio?
And beach is like 3 blocks that direction. So help anytime you want. It's gonna be fun. But
don't say stuff like that to me. I will show up. I will organize a tournament and I will show up.
It's gonna get up and show you your room when you come, right? I hope it's not super messy. It's like the wooden floor. It's like feel like a chalet on the South American, so we're gonna be fine.
Hold on. Flights, New York. You live in Rio, right?
Yeah, yes, Rio. But in the weather is good all the time, so you don't need to worry about that. But if you wanna like really go to the beach and spend a lot of time in the beach, it's better if you come on spring or autumn. Summer is too hot, but people love it. I think it's too hot.
So I have to go to Malaga the second. I'm going to U.S. Nationals September 1st week. Malaga the second week. Maybe the third week. It's like $400 for a ticket. I mean, I don't know.
Sounds about the right price.
September 15th. Is there anything going on September 15th, drones-wise?
In Rio? No.
I mean, just in general. I don't want to irritate people by missing a tournament because I'm partying with you on the beach.
What's
I think it has a very fair reason, right?
Maybe. I'm literally booking. I'm looking at flights right now. It's
you're just too drunk, but you, of course, you are always welcome. And I don't have any plans for September. I think. I mean, I have weddings in the first two weekends of September, but later two, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I'm done with this podcast.
Yeah.
It's 9 p.m. Warsaw time. Chase is probably dying.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Chase. Good luck.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Luis.
8 p.m. for you? Or 9 p.m.? 10 p.m.?
About
11 p.m. for me.
Oh, you're an hour ahead of us. Okay.
Yeah.
It's now the time that real podcasts start.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys.
See ya.